Alright, so this is episode 5 of One Podcast Please. I am Callum.
And I'm who?
And I guess we'll just jump right in, because we have just finished watching the pilot for PlayStation's TV's, I assume that's what they're called, new series Power. The new series Powers, based off the comic by Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Avon Oeming.
Was that only a pilot?
That was the pilot. It is a full series.
Oh, okay.
But there's like 3 episodes out so far, I believe.
Alright.
I don't really know how it is working in relation to, I think it's just been released as a normal series, but it's been released online.
Yeah. Odd. Interesting.
Yeah. It sort of reminded me of Wicked and Divine in some ways, in terms of the
bit.
themes of power and celebrity.
It's a little bit predictable.
I'm liking it so far. I liked it. It's basically all sorts of fucked up, which appeals to me.
The acting's pretty good now. It's got Eddie Izzard, which is always a plus.
Mr. Sholto Copley of every film.
Everything.
What's his face ever does. Guy did District 9.
Can't remember his name.
Blomkamp. Neil Blomkamp. He's in a lot of his stuff. Just showing up and being South African usually.
Yeah. But,
It's the basic premise is a world in which superheroes exist, superheroes and supervillains. And in order to deal with this, the police have developed Powers Division, who deal with superpowered crimes. And our main character is Christian Walker, who is a former Power, which is how they refer to the superpowered people, called Diamond, who's one of the sort of big ones back in his day, but then he lost his powers, seemingly to Eddie Izzard's character.
Eddie Izzard apparently ate him.
Yeah.
Or consumed him, or some...
We're not entirely sure what Eddie Izzard does at the moment, but there's a lot of talking of, like, eating and consumption and hunger.
Eddie's just trapped in like a maximum security prison, getting lobotomized every day. He's pretty hairy.
It's pretty grim. And
pretty sure he was naked.
Yeah, so now Sholto Copley's character is powerless and working as like a top detective in the Powers Division, and he's just been partnered with rookie cop Dina Pilgrim, which I like as a name. It's kind of weird, but Pilgrim's a great surname. But, and so she's trying to learn about how to deal with powers, because he's the only cop in the world who knows how a power really thinks. And, I mean, it may as well, from his viewpoint, be called Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, the series.
Yep.
Because he's got some...
He's messed up.
Yeah, real problems.
I mean, not only has he lost his powers, and with that all his friends, because they're just shallow power friends.
Yeah.
He's also, in the first 5 minutes of the show, loses his partner.
Yeah.
Who just gets absolutely wrecked because of unsafe work practices, where he drops his phone while putting a perp in prison.
Yeah.
And instead of continuing to put the perp in prison, leaves the perp to pick up his phone.
Yeah. This perp instantly being super strong. So, and because the partner, this partner's death is obviously why Dina Pilgrim comes in. I can't even remember the name of the original partner.
No, I can't either.
I can't remember.
He was alive for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, but because they were meant to keep dosing this dude, iron something, with...
sedatives.
Yeah, because... as we saw when he was unleashed, he throws dudes into pillars and kills them. So it starts off pretty dark. It's about an hour long.
Then we get some nice drug use, superpower drug use.
Sway.
Yep.
Which is an odd name for a power booster drug.
The vaguely disturbing implication that powers can be transferred with bodily fluids.
Yeah.
And all the implications that has.
When Walker informs his new partner that girls and boys would use to blow powers in order to momentarily get a transfer of their abilities.
Yep.
That was fun to find out. It's a very much like, I liked the world it set up. It very much sets up a lot that presumably we're going to probably delve into later, because we've got this guy Johnny Royale.
It's done some pretty good world building, but I'm also left wondering so much, like, what did Diamond even do? Because he can fly, but if that is just it...
I presume he was, like...
Strong
and shit.
I mean, the name
I
would...
can always find out.
It's cheating. But, see, it doesn't even mention.
Doesn't mention any of their abilities.
But he could fly, which is why he keeps thinking about jumping off buildings, because he'd usually not die at the bottom. Now he would.
Yeah. Which we get a nice shot at the end where instinctually he dives off a building to save a girl, only to halfway down realise, oh,
I can't fly.
I can't fly, this may have been a mistake.
And I mean, Snickers was advertised, so that's a plus.
Gotta love Snickers.
Gotta love a Snickers.
I mean, I like it. I like what they're doing. I like what...
I like it. I like the PlayStation are doing things like this, because it's always good to have more companies on this sort of, like,
we're definitely
market.
heading towards a world where TV... I mean, it's with things like
we're getting
Netflix's
a lot
original...
of superhero TV,
and
we're
Amazon.
getting a lot of different companies now producing.
We're getting a lot of independent type peoples who are... I mean, it's the new Marvel series coming out. Like Daredevil, I'm quite looking forward to Daredevil following the trailers.
Could not give a shit about a blind man who knows Kung Fu.
No, but he looks like a badass in this series, so...
Not even Lee Sin.
I'm asking for forgiveness for what I've done, Father. I'm asking forgiveness for what I'm about to do. That is a badass thing to say.
It's like, oh, I'm going to go and set this house on fire. Do you mind?
No, it's cool.
So I kind of do, Daredevil.
It's
Could
cool
you not?
when you're a superhero.
It's not cool.
It is. Well,
Daredevil...
not setting houses on fire, I mean.
Daredevil's barely a superhero. He's just a blind man in a red latex suit.
Who can kick ass?
Doesn't have powers and he's not rich.
He does have powers. He's got enhanced senses.
No, he's just been blind all his life, so he can hear really good.
No, it's beyond the perception of normal blind people. He's like super blind.
Look, if I got a blind kid and I trained him to fight, I'm pretty sure I could just make Daredevil.
That's not how it works. His senses are enhanced beyond even those of regular blind people.
I mean, he just hangs around
He
with
can, like, tell the amount of grains of salt on a pretzel.
What the fuck is the use of that?
I'm just using that as an example of how enhanced his senses are.
You know
I remember
I could do that as well with my eyes.
from reading a comic, and I'm really like tastier.
Is that his equivalent of Superman's able to leap tall buildings and see? Oh, he can tell how many grains of salt on his pretzel,
but he's
with a single lick.
Man, he's got some great stories.
He hangs around with the shitty Marvel crew of we don't quite have powers either.
What friends does Daredevil even have?
Like Elektra. What can she do? She's got some size and she's a ninja.
She's a magic ninja at times.
She's just fucking Raphael, but not a turtle.
No, she's a magic ninja at times.
Yeah, in that she's not a turtle.
That's not what
And
makes her magic.
Just the backstory of Elektra. She was a Ninja Turtle, and then magic changed her into both a human and a woman.
No, because the hand has got its whole mystic thing that goes on at times, where she like gets resurrected and weird things happen. I don't really know why Daredevil fights ninjas.
She's Ra's al Ghul.
Sort of. I don't know why Daredevil fights ninjas, to be...
Because apparently they're used to hiding from eyesight, and Daredevil's their only counter, so they just hate him. Because he can lick them and know how many of them there are in a room.
Daredevil's not bothered that he can't see them, so they're angry that he's like, you've ruined our thing. Now we must fight.
Well, it's because, like, one day he was just walking in a park and there's a ninja in a tree, and no one else had seen this ninja, but Daredevil was like, why are you in a tree? And the ninja was like, shit, how can you see me? And Daredevil was like, I can't.
I'm looking... That's my secret. I can't.
I licked the air and knew you were there.
Then he dropped his cane and walked off.
Oh.
But it's got the Charlie Cox as Daredevil, which is really weird for me.
Fuck Daredevil.
It's like the guy from Stardust is now playing super dark and gritty Daredevil.
It's really a career downgrade.
Oh no! Anything with Marvel's going to do reasonably well.
It will.
And I think it looks interesting because they're going off the Frank Miller run, and everything Frank Miller does is brutal as hell.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, he's a bit more crazy nowadays, but like,
It's crazy's not a bad.
all his like Batman Year One.
Yeah.
His run on Daredevil, which I think was the Man Without Fear run. I can't remember, which I haven't entirely read.
So is that his other power? Daredevil doesn't afraid of nothing.
That's just what
because he can't see it.
It's what they. If I can't see it, how can I be scared?
He's like a kung fu ostrich with pretzel licking powers.
Best like in term. That's how. If anyone asks you, how would you summarise Daredevil?
He's just a kung fu
It's
ostrich.
like a kung fu ostrich. What? But like, there's a whole there was a storyline of
Does he hang around with like Iron Foot as well?
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
Yeah, because
Iron Foot was the Simpsons
because
Mickey
we've
tape.
got Iron Fist, aka Jessica Jones. I think Luke Cage is getting
whose
his own
power
series.
is they've got a fist that is strong as
He's
unto
like
iron.
Kung Fu Dragon.
He is.
That's cool. In a really lame way.
Exactly, they're the really lame guys.
Yeah, they're like the lesser New York heroes.
Pretty much.
They're basically subpar to Spider-Man.
God, they're like what is it, the Avengers Midwest or whatever they were?
Oh, the Great Lakes Avengers.
Yeah, the Great Lakes Avengers.
No. Daredevil's better than the Great Lakes Avengers because the Great Lakes Avengers managed to just come into a storyline. It's like how the fact
but they had Squirrel Girl.
the fact that none of you died in this mission is nothing short of incredible.
They had Squirrel Girl,
But there was a run.
who is in canon capable of defeating Thanos.
Yeah.
The real Thanos.
Let's not
Not
go-
any fake ones, the real one.
Let's not go
And
into
Doctor
Squirrel
Doom
Girl because
And Wolverine.
apparently she banged Wolverine.
That happened too.
Squirrel Girl is something that is best not to dive into without intensive preparation. Because there is no way you can deal with the sheer amount of insanity involved.
But I mean, if we remove Squirrel Girl from Great Lakes Avengers, that's pretty much Daredevil's friend group.
No. They're slightly cooler. Wait, was Daredevil in the Defenders? No, the Defenders was cooler than that. They're Doctor Strange and stuff.
Yeah, they had a guy who could do real things.
They were real superpowers. But I'm quite interested to see it because it looks super dark, which I quite like the look of, because a lot of the shows that we're getting at the moment, super like
Arrow's getting jollier,
is getting jolly. Constantine was probably the darkest,
but now it's gone.
and now that's just gone.
Rip. Pour one out for it every night.
Gotham's
kind of dark.
Arrow's kind of dark.
But Gotham's also got the whole, like, it's an enemy of the week, or we'll resolve it within 2 episodes.
Yeah. Flash is got some dark stuff, but it's
It's not dark.
It's like purposely meant to be the light, happy one. Which is why I like things like the look of Daredevil.
Powers is looking good.
Powers is super dark. It's just every other sentence is just like, oh my god, it's all fucking horrible.
Yeah, dude punched a car window in.
Yeah.
Because he was cross.
He's got my fucking powers, and then punches a window as if to
like,
prove,
jeez,
shit, yeah, this hurts.
I
'cause
don't
I'm
have
just
powers.
human. So, yeah,
but like on the subject of these shitty no power heroes and the powers guys, what do superheroes do for money when they're not Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark?
I mean, in the powers,
Does Daredevil work in like a?
he's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer, yeah, because he can smell them lying or some shit like that.
I don't know if that was ever used, but I know he's a
He
lawyer.
can smell the endorphins, and he's like, "You're lying. I can smell it."
No, because he couldn't reveal that.
What, that he's blind and that he can smell?
No, that he can smell endorphins.
Yeah, but like heroes, do they get jobs? Because in Powers we got to see a bunch of them just hanging around,
like the
squatting
shitty little
in
kids.
a ghetto.
In Powers it showed that the big ones, like when Walker was Diamond, like Retro and stuff, like celebrities, they presumably make money off like appearances,
brands and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, like,
so they boosted gold it.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Also, you know the World's Greatest Team Up show spinning off of Arrow and Flash that's been talked about. It looks like Booster Gold's going to be part of it.
I am so hype.
Because they put out casting like notifications of 3 characters are going to be in it. It was like 2 dudes and a girl.
So
and I can't remember what
Beetle
all of them were.
and Booster?
I don't think Beetle was suggested, but there
Oh.
were basically two characters that one of them can be. There was like a Rip Hunter or something, or he's Booster Gold.
I really want Booster Gold.
It's like, what is this show gonna
I
be?
just love
It's
Booster
like
Gold.
Atom, Dead Canary, Booster
Captain
Gold,
Cold.
Captain Cold. It's like, what is this show?
It's just going to be a bar.
It's just them. It's just
Having a drink.
superhero talk.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Sit down, have a chat in a room.
But yeah, so you got the whole celebrity angle. Luke Cage and Iron Fist made money. They were heroes for hire. That was their thing.
Oh.
Like, they were literally called, the whole company was like heroes for hire. So they literally just, like, did jobs for people.
Save cats.
Yeah, that sort of shit.
Loot boxes. With their fist of unto on him. It's
It's
like, Iron Fist, I need you to open this can.
like, he's got like this dragon mark on his chest because he like hugged a dragon or something.
Yeah.
Two powers went in. Oh,
That's a weird source of powers, really.
Yeah,
I hugged a dragon and my fist got really hard.
wasn't the only thing.
Oh.
Oh. Where is it?
Oh, man. As you scroll past a text message between Gordon and Batman, it reminds me of... I was watching Teen Titans Go recently. There is a great scene where it's just Gordon and Bruce just sitting in a car yucking it up.
Mm.
They're just sitting there laughing.
It's like Iron Fist texting the dragon. Well, okay, first of all, here's Iron Fist talking to Daredevil, in which Daredevil
That's
asks...
Deadpool.
Deadpool even.
Now you're blind.
Yeah, I am blind.
Lick this pretzel.
And two... yeah, so I'm getting Kung Fu powers. Yeah, so Deadpool asks Iron Fist, where'd you get that powers dragon tattoo on your chest? Iron Fist says, I got it from a dragon. Deadpool, that dragon is a sweet tattoo artist. The dragon didn't draw two, right? That'd be silly. The dragon had a dragon tattoo, so I hugged it and it got put onto my chest. The dragon had a tattoo of himself on a jerk. Maybe it was of his mum. Oh, that's adorable. I'm glad you gave him that hug then.
Iron Fist is...
Oh, here it is. So, in a text message from the dragon, who's called Shu Lao, apparently.
Shu Lao.
I'm still waiting for an apology, Iron Fist. For what? Also, dragons can text. Mainly for what? For walking out on me. I thought we had a connection. You held me until I fell asleep, broke my heart, then left town with my dragon sheet. I got what I wanted. Your mortal weapons are all the same.
See, if I hugged a bear, would I gain bear powers?
I
If I went to the zoo, went to Whipsnade, say, climbed into their brown bear enclosure,
yeah.
just held my arms out like, come at me, bro. The bear comes over, we hug it out.
I think you'd probably just get mauled. I mean, unless it had like a bear tattoo on its chest.
Oh, it's got to be a tattooed animal.
I think that's the deal, because it's got to have like a magic tattoo through which you can get the bear chi.
So I've got to find a bear with a tat.
Yeah.
How would you tell under the fur?
I don't know, maybe that's why you go for something like a dragon.
The dragon, yeah, of course.
Where it's obvious
They're not hairy.
Yeah. What? 7 capital cities of heaven.
Is Iron Fist a capital city of heaven?
No, they're he's a champion. It's what makes him an immortal. I decided because
just look at their names.
Bride
The
of
immortal
Nine
was-
Spiders,
No, Dog Brother #1.
Fat Cobra, Prince of Orphans,
Tiger's beautiful daughter.
Iron Fist, and the former member Steel Phoenix are the only ones with good names.
I'm sorry, Dog Brother #1.
One. What a hero.
He is #1.
That is an amazing.
It's pretty good.
But I can't even remember what we were talking about before, just ragging. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, dark storylines in Daredevil. There was a great storyline I think it was during the Frank Miller run, where Kingpin finds out who Daredevil is.
Because he's not wearing his shirt the right way round.
Maybe.
Because he couldn't see
I'm
it.
not sure. But so Kingpin sets out to ruin Daredevil's life by like announcing who he is to the world. He's like, I'm going to take everything away from him. And basically Daredevil goes mental because he loses everything. You know, he can't work.
Why couldn't you work?
homeless. I don't know.
Why would they go, oh, you've been leading a double life as a
presumably
vigilante?
he takes his job away from him or something. I don't know. I just know Kingpin ruins his life.
I guess Kingpin would actually own the lawyers.
Yeah. And then he like goes, but it ends with Daredevil basically going insane, and Kingpin suddenly coming to the realization towards the end. It's like, oh shit! By taking everything he
That's
has
8
away
more
from
hours
him,
of the day he can kick my ass.
all I've actually done is give him nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And so Daredevil comes after Kingpin with a fucking vengeance.
So kind of like how the Rogues have their code because they don't want anybody that isn't the Flash.
Yeah. We don't want Superman coming after us in the same way that Kingpin doesn't want Daredevil coming after him with nothing held back.
Well, it's not just doesn't want him coming after him with nothing held back. Doesn't want him coming at him 24/7.
Yeah.
Because I mean, how often would Daredevil work? I mean, what he's got to do office hours.
Yeah,
like
it's got to be like at least
10 hours,
9 to 5.
Yeah,
at least
probably. So if he's working 9 to 5, that's like 8 hours a day. He's doing that 5 days a week, maybe 6 if he has to come in on weekends.
Yeah, any overtime?
I mean,
like, imagine how much time he can now
that's
commit
like
to coming after
48
you.
hours of extra Kingpin worry time.
You don't want that.
No, and if you then do that to,
You've got enough stress running a criminal empire.
I mean, you've got to deal with those spiders getting in.
Yeah. It's not going to work.
Like all 27 of them.
All the spiders.
Man Spider, Spider-Man, like the crazy
Spider-Verse is pretty insane at the
It
moment.
is.
Like, in a good way, but it's pretty fucking insane. Like, Uncle Ben was a Spider-Man
So that rise.
in an alternative universe. And then it's got weird.
Yeah,
It's got real weird.
but it did give us Spider-Gwen.
It did give us Spider-Gwen, who I still haven't read, despite having a free digital issue of the
And
first issue.
the other Spider-Man who drives around with Spider-Car.
Oh, well, yeah, young 60s Peter and
Yeah.
Miles Morales, who are off with, like, the Spider Gang. Just, anytime a shot
Cowboy
of
Spider-Man.
anytime a panel of them appears in regular
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man stories, it's like, what is going on in your little sideline? I don't want to know enough to actually own your little side comic, but what the hell?
Back on the original subject.
Yeah,
it
it's just got so
pretty
much.
good.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's got promise.
The CGI's not the best, but if
No.
that was just a pilot, it could easily jump up by episode 2.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, they did a fair amount of kind of clever. They're not trying to show too much
No,
of the power.
because they're doing the human side of it.
Yeah, which I think is smart as well, just for the fact that
It's a CGI budget.
yeah, they don't. They're not a movie. They're not going to be able to splash out on a.
They're not Guillermo del Toro.
No.
They can't say, give me more money.
Okay. Okay, Guillermo.
Here you go, make Pacific Rim 2. Please make Pacific Rim 2.
What would you even do for Pacific Rim 2?
Just Giant Robot Fight Club.
It's just like they've gone down on their luck and they're now just having to fight with the
It'd be like
Jaegers.
Real Steel, but instead of like Hugh Jackman and a crappy kid, it would be a good film. Actually, Real Steel was a good film.
Never saw it.
It's pretty good, except for the whole kid.
Except for the child.
I don't know. They just started making him doing like cutesy family stuff. If I got a like 15+ rated film about robot fighting, I'd be down.
Yeah.
And to think it was based on Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah. This whole making films out of games kind of weird. Like, not even video games. Like,
Yeah, it was Battleship was the worrying one.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't had Cluedo yet.
I think there is a film based on the game Clue.
Oh, that's going to be bad.
I think it's an old film.
Have we got Monopoly?
I don't think.
Do we follow the dramatic story of the boot as it travels around a town?
Yeah, no, they did do a film called Clue in 1985.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly it's actually not too bad once
Oh.
you get over the fact that it's based on Cluedo.
I'll have to watch that.
I don't know, we got
We could play Kaplunk, the film.
Wreck-It Ralph, which references those games.
Oh yeah, that's video games.
Yeah, I also haven't seen it, but it's meant to be pretty good.
Wreck-It Ralph. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I need to watch it.
I mean, if only for the line, I'm going to wreck it.
I'm gonna
Which is just applicable to so many situations in life.
Wreck-It whenever I'm thinking of Wreck-It Ralph, I always end up thinking, because you know the Sarah Silverman's character?
Yeah, Vanellope Van
Something.
Schweetz or something.
Stupid. She reminds me of the little girl in Despicable Me. Because they've
Oh, I
got
can
quite
see that,
similar
yeah.
character models. So all I ever think when I think of Wreck-It Ralph is the bit in Despicable Me which is, "It's so fluffy I could die!" Which, in turn, it's got the similar sort of tone to,
Yeah.
"I'm the Avatar, you gotta deal with it!"
You need to finish watching that.
Finish, I need to stop.
Well, no, you've obviously watched a episode.
I've
An
watched
episode even.
bits of season 1 when my brother was watching it.
You need to get to season 3 where Bolin learns he's a lava bender.
Of course he is. It's like when they go, yeah, firebenders can do lightning too.
And in season 2 when Pabu learns his psychic powers.
Wait, which one's Pabu?
The ferret. He needs them to fight the evil Unoog.
Just don't even. It's like, the fact that firebenders could use lightning was enough. That was a bit like...
Well, for me it's the fact that Korra keeps falling for, like, vaguely attractive middle-aged waterbenders, and she's like, oh, I'll go along with your evil plan. Every time.
Avatars are pretty stupid.
They are.
It seems to be a prerequisite of the Avatar, is that you're going to be super powerful, but kind of dumb. It's like Goku.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite that level of stupidity.
Goku is dumb as bricks. Did you look at that stuff I sculpted?
Yeah, that was really good.
It's like how bad Goku's parenting is. It's like at 7, he just throws his kid into a fight with someone he knows to be more powerful than even he is.
Yeah.
When he makes Gohan fight Cell,
Yep.
and it's like, it's not even, okay, I'll leave him weakened because my kid's a... It's, oh, quick Cell, you best eat the senzu beans, you're back to full power. That would be retarded even if it wasn't your kid fighting him.
There you go, Cell. It would be dishonourable to fight you at anything less than full power.
Well, it's the bit as well where it pointed out about letting Frieza, and he gives Frieza like 3 different chances to come at him when he could just finish him off.
It's more the fact that Frieza was defeated 3 times, got back up, and every time Goku's like, this time, Frieza, don't betray me.
It's like, just finish it. Just end this.
And that's how Namek was destroyed.
Because Goku is dumb.
Pretty much. But I mean, it is sort of advantageous to his Saiyan bloodline.
Really?
Well, yeah, they've got their whole bullshit power of every time they get beaten, they grow stronger.
Oh yeah. Because reasons. Because
Saiyans.
just Saiyans, man.
It's the greatest piece of Deus Ex Machina. So, Goku got beat, so he got stronger.
It's like the most confidently bullshit piece of writing. Because they've just gone, this isn't just Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, Toriyama wrote himself such a strong tool there. It's like, every time Goku gets beaten, I can just make him come back. I don't have to explain it.
It gives me an excuse not to have to do a training sequence or
Exactly.
anything.
It's like, oh, Goku got beat, so now he's jacked.
That makes sense, guy.
If I was a Saiyan, I'd just go and get beat up all the time.
Yeah, I just hang around like...
I'd, like, jump in front of buses so the bus can defeat me.
You shoot Ted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the bit with Patrick Warburton's character where he's like talking about how he keeps like going out and getting like blacking out and waking up and like being beaten up. It's like, you pop on those gay fight clubs. It just randomly appears with Ryan Reynolds at the end. It's like, turns out this was the guy I was getting beaten up by. It's like that. That's what you do. You just go out and let yourself get beat up.
By Ryan Reynolds.
By Ryan Reynolds.
Who, as everybody knows, is the Green Lantern.
You got to deal with it.
Like, that's the only possible superhero role he could ever have.
Well, actually, Deadpool's not really a hero.
I'm really sceptical about Deadpool as a film.
I am sceptical. I'm sceptical more based on
how do you trap
the idea rather than
that genie in
what
that
they've
bottle.
actually got. Like, because Ryan Reynolds is actually right to do it.
Yeah.
And
as he proved at the opening of X-Men Orange's Tangerine.
Yeah, and as a character, it'd be great to see him properly done on screen. It's more that also as a character, it's like, I'm not sure how they do it. I want them to be able to do it. I just don't know.
think they can.
I think it's an incredibly hard thing to translate in a way that works.
It could do with being more like a corny TV show.
Yeah. But then you might lose too much.
Like that one with Jack Black and Owen Wilson, where Jack Black's an astronaut and Owen Wilson is a sentient motorbike.
Are you sure that wasn't a dream?
No,
you had?
no, that's the thing.
Wow.
It was directed by Ben Stiller.
Of course it was. 'Cause how else would that madness finish?
Speaking of, your it's your headphones. They are dying. But speaking of, Zoolander 2, that's a thing.
Yeah. Okay, that was super weird.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly check my cable.
I'll pause it. Zoolander 2 is going to be great. I'm going to enjoy that. You're going to enjoy that if you like it or not.
You're just forcing me to enjoy it.
I'm going to tape your eyes open, make you watch it 16 times in a row every day. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's less hours in the day than there are in that quantity of Zoolander 2.
It would be like, I don't know, you probably get it 12 times.
Yeah.
If we assume about 2-hour long film.
Yeah, until eventually you like it.
Or I'm dead. Considering I am never sleeping, I'm just watching Zoolander 2.
I don't know if you die from lack of sleep, you just go really, really crazy.
I feel like you must die at a certain point. Like, am I being fed
I'm not sure
during
it's
this
ever...
course?
Yeah, I'll feed you.
Just... Oh.
I'll just like have a spout and mush up crunchy nut and send that milky mush into your mouth.
Yay. Don't know where this has gone. We've got so far away from where this started.
This isn't about powers anymore.
No, well, this is about your power, apparently, to make me incredibly uncomfortable.
It's a good one. I'm on the Daredevil team.
You're on the Daredevil team. I think you're just jealous because Daredevil can do things you can't whilst blind.
Yeah, sure. I wish I was a lawyer.
Ugh. Not that bit. Wish I could do his kung fu stuff. Oh, no, actually, one of the things I really like about Luke Daredevil is the fact that he's getting beaten up.
I will watch it for that. As soon as he starts not getting beaten up, I'll stop watching.
Not because I want Daredevil to get beaten up, but because it's more interesting than... I mean, like, even... Okay, in Arrow, Ollie did get stabbed through the chest.
Yeah.
Admittedly, that happened. But for the most part, he does fine. Barry in The Flash has only been beaten by Reverse Flash.
No, Barry gets beaten down all the time. He
Yeah,
just
but-
gets back up because of his stupid healing factor.
I mean, it's the same across all of them, though. So they might get beaten once, but then they come back and... You know, but
They Goku it.
the only one to properly beat him is Reverse Flash. And even then, he got chased off by Firestorm. Gotham, they do
I don't know,
fine.
technically the General beat the shit out of him when he threw the magnetic spike bomb.
Yeah, but that was just cheating.
Is it really cheating
and they still
against
won
a
in the
man that
end.
can break the sound barrier easily?
Yeah, but they still won in the end, though.
He did still win it.
So, and, the General got fed to Grodd.
I don't know about Fed. Grodd's a gorilla, and they're generally herbivores.
Yeah, but he's also crazy and can talk and has psychic
No,
powers.
he can't talk, he's just psychic.
It's still crazy.
It's pretty crazy. I'm so excited for Grodd.
So, Daredevil's actually showing a superhero who's not going to win. Who is actually just, or even if he does win, is properly suffering for it. He's got no healing factor. He's got no Asian herbs
He's got
of magic.
He's got a crappy costume.
His costume's cool.
He's got little red horns.
Okay, not in this, though. Not yet.
Not yet. It'll happen. He'll be
It'll
like,
be
oh,
cooler when it happens.
I need to invest in little red horns.
Look, he looks cool at the moment. He's like a ninja.
Those look like little red horns there.
That's concept art. Look.
He's not even red.
No. You're saying you have a problem with him being red.
I do.
But you also have a problem with he's not then red.
Well, they may as well not do Daredevil and just have a ninja.
He wasn't always red. He was also yellow at one point. He's had multiple. I'm not saying that's better. I'm just saying he's had multiple costumes, as you know, with most of the big heroes.
Yeah.
He just go, I'm tired of being this, so now I'll be bag on my head, Spider-Man.
That's the best Spider-Man.
That was a great look. Bag on my head.
It's the Shia LaBeouf Spider-Man.
Shia LaBeouf.
No one thinks I'm famous anymore.
But he's not.
That's true. I mean, we just need a Transformers 6 or whatever.
He's not even in Transformers anymore.
Well, I know, we need him to come back.
It's Marky Mark.
Is the Funky Bunch there?
I assume that's what they call the Transformers. This is Mark Wahlberg swags up, you can be my Funky Bunch, guys, it's cool.
But I mean, they need the triumphant return of whoever Shia LaBeouf's character was called. Sorry, why is there a werewolf? Just...
I don't know, that doesn't seem like it's...
Does Daredevil fight a werewolf? Please tell me Daredevil fights a werewolf.
Because it's the guy... I assume that's from Cabin in the Woods or something else that he's done. But it's a picture about the dude who may be one of the dudes who may be involved in Daredevil.
Well, now I'm less excited.
I mean, I think that's a fairly cool look. You just want to hate
I don't
him.
like Daredevil.
I'm really getting that impression.
I think he's crap.
But look, he's sensing things.
With his tongue.
With his tongue. Through his ears in that case.
He's got a stupid little... Wait.
What is that?
Oh, it's his stupid nunchuck things.
Yeah, his billy clubs.
I've just realised that Daredevil's like friendship group are the Ninja Turtles, but Marvel.
Marvel's Ninja Turtles.
Because, I mean, I guess Nick Cage and Iron Fist don't walk around with swords or a bow staff.
No.
But you've got Sais and nunchucks in there.
But he's got billy clubs, not nunchucks. They're not connected.
He's got his connected one, though.
No, I don't know
The
what
one
that
with, like, the
picture
wire,
was.
which he uses to swing around.
Yeah, but he's just got one with a wire. It's not like... I don't think it's connected to another one.
You should probably walk.
He should just walk around.
It'd be safer.
He does run around quite a lot.
Maybe get Nick Cage to carry him.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, I'm thinking Mortal Kombat.
You're just thinking of Nicolas Cage.
God, yeah, it's not even Mortal Kombat. That'd be Johnny Cage.
You're just saying Nick Cage.
Just got stuck in a cage rampage.
Luke Cage was in the Avengers at one point. He was the new Avengers. You know, when it was Spider-Woman and Wolverine.
Because he's cool.
Let me see.
Cooler.
Cooler than the rest of the lane.
He rose above his friendship group.
You know, he was just created as part of blaxploitation.
Yeah.
It's like...
It works.
If you look at his old comics, it's like... Wow.
It's like old Jon Stewart.
Yeah. That was pretty
That was weird.
Now he's super cool, though.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know where I don't even know if he's in the new 52. Still holding out for Diggle being Jon Stewart.
I mean, we could get rid of the Teen Titans for Jon Stewart.
So that's in its own episode.
Hey. Can't believe what they did.
This is just ended so quickly from we kind of like Powers into, and here's a list of things Hayden really hates.
Daredevil, the new Teen Titans, my socks that keep falling off my legs somehow.
Do you mean your feet?
Yeah, those bits.
The
bit at the end of the leg.
Wow.
Cheap cheap Crimson Viper in Street Fighter 4 Ultra, just spamming the ground explosion move.
I'm going to bring you to a close here, because we need to come to a close.
Raspberry Jam.
Oh my God. Thank you for putting up with...
And Starfire's character in the current New 52.
Hayden's list of hatred. We will hopefully be back next week with something that's actually just as likely to be just as
and vodka.
ranty and segues. But yeah, check out Powers. It's a pretty cool new series.
I give that at least a 6 out of 7.
You know, got some interesting new things going on. If you're like me, check out Daredevil when it comes out April 10th, I believe.
In fact, if this is the episode, I can give Powers the greatest endorsement of this did not enrage me in the slightest. Yeah. I was happy.
Well, that's about us all we can hope
Then we
for.
got on to Daredevil and
it all went wrong so fast. As ever, like, comment, subscribe. Please comment. Any sort of
gift
engagement
baskets.
Would be great.
I'd really like some Snickers. Snickers, if you're willing to sponsor, I'm totally open.
If we got a sponsorship from Snickers, that first of all be like, done. Why are you sponsoring us?
But if it happens,
yeah, I'm on board with just.
I'd drop the word Snickers every other word.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I'd quit uni, but I'm almost done anyway, so there'd be no point. I know I've only got a month left, but I'm leaving.
I'd quit uni for Snickers.
And yeah, we shall be back next week for something that is hopefully not quite as full of hatred in the later half.
Can't promise anything.
Any last words, John?
Any last words? Watch Powers. Don't watch Daredevil. Unless you want to watch the first few episodes of him getting beaten up like I do. If you haven't, just on a spur of the moment, watch Assault on Arkham.
That is really good.
Finished that last night.
It's very good.
That's great. And watch the Flashpoint animated film as well, because I was talking to my friend Matt about that.
That's pretty good. A lot of people are mad about Flashpoint, but I liked it, so...
It's a great arc.
Yeah, people don't like events.
It's a great arc.
Yeah. And it looks like we're probably going to get something
to it. It looks like it's happening in the TV show.
Podcast out.